So, the only the living organisms in our nature which can produce their own food, and they are called as autotrophs. So what is called an autotroph? Autotrophs, which can prepare their own food materials. Auto means self. Auto means self. Trophs means plants. Means organisms we can write. The organisms which can prepare their own food by themselves called as autotrophs. How they are preparing their own food? In the process called as photosynthesis. And what is called photosynthesis, and what are the factors which plays a major role for photosynthesis? Now if you observe what is called photosynthesis, it is a photochemical reaction. So photochemical reaction, a photochemical reaction in which from this carbohydrates are formed. Carbohydrates are formed by using of sunlight, means we can say using of carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. So it is the definition of a photosynthesis. It is a definition for a photosynthesis. So here it is a photochemical reaction where the carbohydrates are formed by using of carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight. It is called as photosynthesis. In the presence of sunlight, here I mentioned sunlight is very important, so it is called as photochemical reaction that takes place in plants. Now sunlight is essential for photosynthesis. And now we'll discuss whether the sunlight is essential in plants or not. In the presence of sunlight only, the plants can prepare their own food. In the absence of sunlight, photosynthesis does not take place. Now with an example and with one experiment, I will prove that light is essential for photosynthesis. So light is essential. Light is essential for photosynthesis. So already we know that what is called photosynthesis. It is a photochemical reaction, is it? So we had to prove that photo means light. Light is essential for photosynthesis. So photo means light. So in the name itself we have light. If the light is essential or not, we will prove now. Light is essential for photosynthesis. What are the materials needed? Materials needed. So we can also write as apparatus. What are the apparatus needed? Apparatus also we can say materials needed, apparatus needed. First, we want a potted plant. We want a potted plant with broad leaves. With broad leaves. With broad leaves. Next, we need black paper. A black papers which are carved, into different shapes. Carved into different shapes. As you wish, we can carve into different shape. Next, we need iodine solution. Petri dish. So these are the materials needed to conduct an experiment. So before conducting experiment, first of all, we have to keep this a potted plant in a dark room. In a dark room, we have to keep this potted plant in a dark room for one day. Why means We have to make the butter plant free from starch. Free from starch. Now you have taken a butter plant. What are the apparatus needed? A butter plant which has kept in a dark room for 1 day in order to free from starch. The leaf should be free from starch. Next, a black paper which are carved into different shapes. Iodine solution and petri dish is used. And we can utilize clamps also, or we can use what we call we can say as paper clips, clamps or paper clips also. So these are the materials needed. First, a potter plant with the broad leaves has to keep in a dark room for 1 day in order to free from starch. Next, a black paper which are carved into different shapes. So carved means nothing but cut into different shapes. Iodine solution, petri dish, clamps, or if it is available clamps, paper clips also enough. Then we will conduct an experiment now. Then procedure we had to follow. Which procedure we had to? First, already we kept a potter plant in a dark room for 24 hours. Now we have taken this potter plant. Now the potter plant has taken outside. So first you have taken a potter plant, and now second step to be followed. Select a broad leaf. Second step, select a broad leaf. Now in this plant, this is the broad leaf. This one is also a broad leaf. Now we have selected this leaf. And don't separate the leaf from the plant. We have to do this experiment when the leaf is present in the plant itself. Now third step, we have selected a broad leaf. Third step, take a black paper. Black paper have taken, and we will carve. So we will take a black paper and we will cut like this. We will cut in this shape. Now you have to carve this in any shape. At the time you have carved as a rectangle, and now in the middle like this you cut the paper, S mark. S mark you have to cut. Like this you have to cut. Now the paper has taken, and you cut the paper as this mark, and you had selected the broad leaf. This leaf you can select or this leaf you can select. Now take this paper and on middle of the leaf you attach it. Attach this with S mark. With S mark will be there in the middle. Okay, now with the help of clamps or with the help of clips, tie this one. Paste this one with the Fevikwik also we can paste this. Now keep this experiment. So you should not cut the leaf from the plant and have to take a paper and cut into one shape with any alphabet or with zero also. You can cut like this. Like this also you can cut. You can cut like this also. You can cut like this also, you can paste. Whatever the shape we need. Then keep this apparatus for 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days. In the sunlight itself you can keep. Then after 2 to 3 days, take the plant and cut the leaf. Cut the leaf or separate the leaf. So we have separated the leaf now. We have separated the leaf from the plant and take a petri dish. A petri dish is nothing but a small glass bowl. A petri dish we have taken and place this on this petri dish and remove the paper. Now the leaf we have kept on the petri dish. We have kept like this and we removed the paper and we can able to see the mark of S also like this only. Though we remove, the mark of S will be seen on the leaf. Then take the iodine solution. Take the iodine solution. And now if you imagine that this is the leaf without the paper. In the petri dish, if you can't able to see means, now here only we will cut the leaf. Now imagine that we have removed. Now I will remove the plant, total plant I had removed. Means the leaf is removed. Now you imagine that the leaf is there. The leaf. And we removed this paper also. We removed the paper. Only S shape will be like this will be. Now take the iodine solution. Now you have taken the iodine solution and pour the iodine solution on the uncovered part. Here this part is uncovered, this part also uncovered only. These are uncovered parts. This is uncovered part. This is also uncovered part. Middle only we covered with the paper. Now when you pour the iodine solution on the uncovered part, automatically this uncovered part turns into blue or black in color. Blue or black in color, indicating that photosynthesis has taken place in this uncovered part and starch is present. Here also they turns into blue or black in color. Now the covered part is present and you pour the iodine solution on the covered part. When you pour the iodine solution on the covered part, this covered part, it is a covered part, and this covered part does not show any change of color. Any change of color. Does not show any change. So it does not show any change of color because Here the leaf, half of the leaf is covered with the black paper, and this black paper does not allow the sunlight to fall on the half of the leaf. So without the sunlight, that half of the leaf does not prepare the food material and stored in the form of starch. Means photosynthesis does not taken place in this part. And remaining part, here photosynthesis taken place, here also photosynthesis taken place. So starch is prepared, and now these two parts have changed into blue or black in color, and the part which is covered by the black paper does not show any change of color, indicating that photosynthesis does not take place during darkness. In the darkness, so as the black paper is covered, it is nothing but dark. In the dark portion, photosynthesis does not take place. By this we can able to indicate that light is essential for photosynthesis. If you say an example, the plants which are kept in our houses also, near a window if you keep, that plant will grow against the means direction to the sunlight. It will go. It will grow direction to the sunlight, where the sunlight is present, it will grow there only. Because plants are showing the tropism called as phototropism, and plants can prepare their own food material in the presence of sunlight only. So photosynthesis is nothing but preparation of food materials in the presence of sunlight. Here if the light is absent, photosynthesis does not take place. So it is an experiment to prove that light is essential for photosynthesis.